I gotta tell you, the post on this for me was incredibly, it was a real challenge because it's literally you're trying to take your 5-6 month schedule and extend it to an 8-month schedule by just working more overtime. And you just have to have that face on you that's like, it's gonna get done. My editor told me, it was so daunting, Roger said, Michael, you're not gonna give this movie away, they're gonna take it away. That's exactly what happened.
But you gotta be in the classified access list.
I am now. Presidential order, Major. I got a message for your classified space buddies. You guys made a mess of it.
All right, so this is where we communicate with the JCS.
Just on a action level with, you know, just the military and weapons and vehicles, that alone makes it a huge movie. But you add in all of these robots, and that's a whole nother level of sound design that goes beyond the traditional. And the fun thing about it is we can just imagine what it might sound like. And if it feels right, then it sticks.
Ethan Van der Rijn, Mike Hopkins, they are gurus at sound, and what I love about them is they use original sounds. They create their own sounds. A lot of these teams get lazy and they just use stock stuff. These guys have millions and millions of sounds that they've created for these 2 movies.
The sounds you hear should reflect their characters. So if it's a bad guy, sound-wise, you should instantly be able to tell that's a bad guy. And then within the bad guys, Megatron, he's, you know, more sort of sharp blade kind of evil sounds. The Fallen, we've played more organic, like he's got actual organic material, so more sort of crunching sinew and tendons, and his armor is wet. And then the Autobots, the good guys, Optimus is based on air and air movements. Bumblebee is based on buzzes and buzzing sounds. And you know, we experiment trying to come up with sounds for these characters. In the beginning, not knowing at all what we're going to wind up with. For Bumblebee, we did a bunch of recordings with beehives, you know, getting buzzing sounds, and we caught a little fly in a cup and got him buzzing around and make motors out of that. And as the film goes on, you know, it evolves and we try other things, and you know, we stop trying new things when we have to ship it, which is tomorrow. So, so it's been an evolution.
One of the sound effects editors, Eric, literally he's got millions of sounds, and we ask for certain sounds, and he just goes on his box. He's the guy that should get all the money, let me tell you, because he knows where all those sounds are hidden.
You can see here, here's all of our robot material for this reel of the movie. Then over here we have our hard effects, which in this scene, with all the robots, we kind of have some blank material here. There's not as much, but. Essentially, we have 23 predubs, and one predub is a 5.1 surround sound mix of a certain food group of sounds. So some of those will be vehicles, some of those will be explosions, some of those will be guns, and then we have a group of predubs that are completely devoted to robots. The reason we keep those food groups separate is so we've got control. So in a scene like this, we'll want to play up the big hits more than the motors, because that's what gives the big power for the scene.
Next.
539.
539.
Channels 5 through 19.
5 through 19.
Yeah, man.
Wow. A predub could have anywhere from 10 to 30 tracks. For a predub. On the final mix, I'm dealing with 256 faders. It's multi-layered, so basically what you're seeing is this is one console. I hit this button and it's a whole other console. I hit another button and it's another console. So it's basically 4 of what you see.
You'll hear, here, the way we've sort of created the sounds is we're making rhythms. And somehow subconsciously it feels more real too. When your mind hears a rhythm, it feels natural. So we spend a lot of time getting things to line up just right and create a ka-tung or a bum bum bum. If we were to go and cut every little detail you'd see, it would be a wall of noise. It would just be mud. But the animators kind of design it so your eye goes to a certain thing, and we try to pick that out and highlight that. Let's try this. Give that a shot.
Eric's been cutting new things we see. He's cutting, and we have to, implement that into the mix. And it's what is called my effect sweetener stem is busier than most effect stems in most movies. There's that much material being flown in during the final mix.
Sam, where are you? You're so weak.
Michael does get a kick out of knowing that he drove it as hard as humanly possible. And
Is that the best you can do?
is that the best he can do? Is that as good as it gets? I mean,
And he
come
won't
on.
even ask that just because he doesn't, if he doesn't like something. That's not what it is. It's out of curiosity, like, hey, what else can they do, Is that the best you can do?
We're going to some digital center that they set up with my Company 3. Company 3 is where I've done my telecine. And he has a satellite office out here. And they've set up some special high fiber cable line, I'm not sure, so that I can actually check my last couple visual effect shots from ILM.
Hey, all right. Rick, this is Michael.
Look at this. Say hi to the camera.
Whoa. Michael. Hey, Michael. Nice to meet you. Richard Roddy from Company 3. How you doing? Down here on the right. Stefan's on video.
Stefan,
Yo,
where are you?
Here, look here.
who's that good-looking guy right there?
Here's my colorist over here. Where can you see me?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for you. Hang on. I can move the cameras.
All right. Well,
Hang on.
This one over here, Michael.
is this one?
No, this one right here on top.
No, I'll do it. Here, I'm moving it right now.
Yeah. Is this
Whoa, there you are.
There you are. Japan, baby.
Oh.
All right. So let's get serious here. Have you tried to darken that slightly?
Yeah, I have a window on there, actually. I'll show you.
What do you think the way to get, wow, I can see your windows. That's very cool. You can color it live?
Yeah, we're coloring live. It's 2-second delay. That's it.
Oh my God.
You should get this at your house.
Oh my God.
You're gonna have this for ILM on your next movie, so you can see it in the theater, at your theater.
Oh my God.
We're gonna set you up at that.
Yeah? Free of charge? All right, freeze on his face. They did a good job, didn't they? Can you see where I'm pointing?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Put a window over here. Just. What we do is we darken select areas of the robots so it just deepens it, makes it less CG. We use these windows right here where we can pinpoint certain areas, and it'll track it. It'll be like it's the secret recipe. Right there, you see how he's bright for 2 frames or so?
Yeah.
Why didn't you catch that, Stefan?
I don't know.
You suck. That's why. I've known Stefan. How long have we been working together, Stefan?
Since your first video.
I know. How many years is that? 20?
We don't want to say, do we?
17? 17 years.
Yeah.
Now they better have done this. This is a shot I'm wondering. Ugh, what is going on? First of all, the clouds are too defocused for one, alright?
Right.
Alright, it's just false that way.
Right.
Alright? They need to be... They're just not they're not matching in their blueness and whatever. They're just too dark in this thing.
Right.
How fast can they get going on this? I got a world premiere tonight. I gotta go to. So can we hurry up and finish the movie so we can go to the world premiere? Which is in about 2 hours. It was a little crazy. I mean, when I was in Japan, we were still finishing some final shots that were coming in as they premiered the movie the night of, and I've never done that. It's crazy. It's asinine, but there was just so much work to do. You've got to do a lot of coloring on these robots. These robots don't just magically show up, and you got to tweak the colors of the robots to the background and to try to fit it into the level of the highlight of the scene, you know, or the highlights on the actor's face. It's painstaking. What time is it?
Have a good premiere.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Hang on one sec.
The owner of this place wants to take a picture with you. Cool with that?
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Right here. Thanks,
All
guys.
man.
Thank you, Steph. See you,
All right,
Steph.
have-
See you,
have
Steph.
fun.
Thank you.
We want to take one quick picture if we could.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, guys.
Take care. Take care.
オープニング、もしかしたら何か衝撃的なことが起きる。
Nothing's healthy when you're talking about Hollywood movies nowadays. Yes, it would be luxurious. Yes, we have 3 years to make this movie, but it doesn't happen. It's not real world. There's a date that's set, and you have to deal with it. The movie's gonna come out, and you know, the studio's like, we'd love to release in England early. We'd love to release in Japan a week early. And I'm like, I don't think physically it'll happen. So, granted, the world got different cuts of them as they premiered the movie.
Oh, it's quite surreal. It's really amazing to be here. It's an honor. There's a lot of Japanese fans out here today.
I know, I wasn't expecting this.
ファンがたくさん集まりました。今の So many fans of Transformer. How do
It's amazing.
Orgasm!
You're awesome. You're like the hottest thing alive.
It's the most kick-ass action movie ever made. Anybody that enjoyed the last one will definitely enjoy this one.
Hi, London. How are you?
The take on the reaction to the film, well, I don't read the internet anymore, and I don't read critics. I was told they weren't nice. When I was vacationing down in Florida, many moms and dads came to me with the word, F those critics, screw those critics. These are nice people, and they're saying swear words while they're then talking about a critic. They're angry at them, critics, because they were being spoken down to. You shouldn't enjoy a fun movie. You shouldn't enjoy this. Word of mouth travels around the world in a very fast clip. If this movie was really as bad as they wrote about, then this would never made $600 million, ever, 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 because word of mouth would have killed it. Word of mouth is like, I've had people consistently come up. I've seen it 4, 5 times. My son has now seen it 7 times. I'm not comparing this movie to Star Wars in any way, but I'm talking about the feeling that I had when I was a kid. Star Wars was like I owned it, you know? That was like my thing, my world. And I run into tons of these little kids, and this is their world. They can own it now, you know? And Bumblebee's the most famous car in the world. I think these critics were born with the anti-fun gene. They're missing what audiences really want, you know? This is simple, fun entertainment, and as Steven says, it's like a new film genre. Now, I didn't understand what he meant by this is a brand new film genre. He says, well, it hasn't been done before. They've never used robots like this as characters, and that's true, but I said it's not necessarily a new genre. I said to him, this is like an homage to E.T. The charm of the movie is these kids have a secret. They've got a secret alien, and that's the fun of the movie. It's a fun ride, you know? So, and the movie's been accessible to the world because through the comedy and I think the spirit of it.